Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to Live from NCCE. I'm your host, Tammy Breck Dunbar. Happy to be here with you today and excited because we have Stormy Daniels with us. Yes, the Stormy Daniels, who has this amazing, Stormy's from Texas. She's in the El Paso, there's another one, El Paso Private School District.
No, independent school district. We're public
Independent school district, right? And she's a third grade teacher, been teaching for 17 years. And if you have followed Stormy ever, she is utterly amazing. Former military, so she's super organized, really good with data, and she's going to give an amazing presentation today. And Stormy, as we're starting, you and I have known each other for a long time, but we have to give a shout out to one of our best friends who's watching right now, right, Stormy?
Yes.
We have to say hi to Mohammed.
Hello, brother Mohammed.
Woohoo! Mohammed, good to see you all the way from Bahrain. He's up at, what is it, like 3 o'clock in,
2 a.m. he says.
2 a.m.? Okay. Yikes. Well, it's good to have you here. And Miss Stormy, talk to us about, tell us what this project is, this connected classroom thing. This sounds utterly amazing, and it's for all grade levels, and it looks incredible. So give us the scoop.
So this project, our Classrooms Connected project, is exactly what it says. It's a movement, if you want to say that, to connect classrooms. And there are millions and millions and multitudes of reasons we connect classrooms. And that's just some of what we're going to talk about today. Most importantly, what we're going to talk about is why we do this, right? Why is this what I'm presenting today? Well, let's get started, shall we? So on the screen there, you'll see a QR code. And if you want to scan that on your mobile device and follow along on the presentation, otherwise we can drop the same link in the chat, either on Facebook or YouTube Live, wherever you're watching us from. All right. So on that note, I'll go ahead and get started. So your journey, my friend, starts here. You may be new to global collaboration. You may be new to collaboration in itself, let alone global. I know as a classroom teacher, sometimes I feel kind of isolated. And yes, I have 6 other colleagues right next door, but I'm still in my box, right? And so we want to erase the boxes. We want no walls in education. We want to connect the world. As we used to say, we want to connect hearts and minds across the miles. So your journey starts here in the Collected Classrooms collaboration. We have been sharing this message, and I say we because I share this message with my global collaborators that I've known for years across the miles. Mr. Mohammed is watching us from Bahrain today, and you see that he is part of this collaboration, as is Dr. Michael Harvey, Miss Wendy Hadeen, Manuela, Miss Anna from Russia. So we have so many partners that see the value in connecting classrooms. And that is why, above all else we present, we might talk to you about. If you see us at a conference, at an event, or even online like this, we are going to talk to you about connecting classrooms. And here is just some of the times we've presented, and here I am today. So we want you to be as excited about connecting your classroom, but we don't want to just connect. We don't want to just do a cool thing, right? We want, and we truly believe in the power of connecting students across the miles over problems that matter to them, not just problems that, you know, our governments might say we have this problem. We want students to connect to the world through their own lens, through their own eyes, and connect to others on the other continents, to see that together we are more alike than we are different, as our friend Steve Oslander says in the Kahoot Cup, right? So just to highlight, he's one of our projects. What we like to do is view problems through the world of the world's largest lesson, through the view of the world's largest lesson, and connect over the 17 sustainable development goals, right? Because no matter what's going on, no matter what problems we have, no matter what fears or anxieties we have, if we realize we're not in this alone, we're in this together, right? And so we like to first teach our students about the sustainable development goals. And in our project board that we're going to give you, you'll see ways to get that started. All right. So we want to connect students ideas globally to others. And then when we connect them, we also want to make it count. We don't want to just connect to say, hey, we played Skype in the classroom. I mean, that's cool, but the purpose of that is more than just geography, right? We don't want to just say, hey, we shared Valentine's grams. Great, that's a start. And now what can we do together with them to make a difference, right? And so on our board, we invite you, because we know we have some experts in our audience today. We know wherever we share our message, there's somebody that we're talking to that knows as much or more than we do. And we invite you to help us grow the movement, right? And to be the glue with us that connects us. So we want you to share your best practices on how to make the connections relevant and tied to learning. And when I say tied to learning, oftentimes the reason people don't connect is they say, I have a curriculum to teach. I have to do this, this, and this according to my school district or my area or my county, depending on where you are. So here's an example of content connections. Right now, as Miss Tammy has mentioned, I'm a third grade teacher in the wonderful state of Texas. And like many of your states we have a state assessment. We have 16 learning days until our state assessment. So I need to be very smart in how I keep my learners engaged and moving toward success, right? So I'm creating a project for Star Success for teachers across Texas to come together, collaborate live, and we're going to use a tool called CuriPod. You might have heard of it, as well as other things, to have live engagement, but where students are practicing their writing and seeing how other students write response to literature, right? How other students feel about their test anxiety. So we're going to do this across the state of Texas, and we are going to come together and truly blow that STAR test out of the water, because all students should have the same opportunity, and we're going to bring that to them. So that's one example of how I'm connecting my content in a testing grade. You might know what that means, across the world through the state of Texas. This board will also show you how to plan for collaboration. We want you to share your best practices here for how others can plan and participate in global connections. The number one problem people having is finding other people to connect to. As educators, we have so many ideas, right? But I can't find anyone to connect to. It's actually easier for me to connect to my brother Muhammad, who teaches in Bahrain, than it is for me to connect next door, because that power of connection isn't known by everybody. So it's hard to find people to collaborate with, and we get that. And so that's why we're here for you. All right. So feel free to share what you have. All right. And what do I keep talking about? This project board. All I've showed you is a couple slides. Well, I'm going to take you on a little tour right now of that project board. And I'm going to give you all of this. So if you're watching a recording of this, or if you're watching it live, but you're like, hey, I want to share that with my community. Hey, I can tell people about it too. That's what we want. That's what we're in this together for, is to spread the word that we can collaborate, that we all have the power. We can all be collaborators in this. You can share this exact board with this message, and we hope you do. So let's get started with this quick tour of our resources. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Classrooms Connected virtual space. My name is Stormy Daniels, and I'm just here to manage or facilitate this space. All of the projects and all of the collaborations belong to you, the community. So let's jump on over there and see what we have going on. So I want to start with a couple of things, because we've had a few questions. If we start over here on the community tab, you're going to see that these projects or communities that you're able to join are building community. So the Ed3 DAO and the EduGuardians and many more that are going to go into that column are built for you to come on over and join and meet other educators around the world. All right, let's move over one more. teacher tips. Mainly, this column is for you to share best practices on how to actually make these global connections possible. All right. And the rest of it, my friend, is the purpose of these classrooms connected. Because we all want to be connected as educators, but the ultimate goal must be to connect our students to other students around the world, so we realize the world is more alike than we are different, and that the world can be a better place if together we make it that way. So let's move along this way. On-demand connections are just that. There's not a set time of the year. You can technically do them any time of the year, perhaps at a time where it fits your curricular studies, or at a time where you're not prepping for a test, or whatever it is like in your environment, right? The goal is to connect students to projects that matter. The time really doesn't matter, just when you can do it, right? Let's go on. Then we have ongoing anytime collaborations. These collaborations are projects that usually begin with a lesson or learning, and then they carry on to student actions, all right? And then we move down the line to specific timed projects. So September, December, those months between September and December, usually the Global Read Aloud Project, the Gingerbread STEM Project, and any other projects that happen at that time that we would want to add here. And then January to March, we know we have the Goals Project, kicks off in January usually. Jennifer Williams empowers that. And so any projects that we'll have starting at that time will go to that space in the wall. Go forward to March and May timeframe, and you'll see. So that's just a kind of rundown of how the wall is laid out. The number one question so far we've had is, how do I join? There's a few different ways to join. You can explore the projects that are already here. Maybe something looks really interesting to you, or maybe you're like, what is that all about? So go check it out. Even if you don't join, at least you'll know what's available. Also, and the most powerful thing is that you can add projects that you already know about. So perhaps it's a project that you manage, or it's a project that you take part in every year. Go ahead and put it on the wall in the place where you think it's most appropriate. And that way educators know how to join that project and when. If you are a project manager, we ask that you put your project on this wall. I will show you how easy it is to add to the wall, whether it's a question or add your project to the wall. So if I click the plus, any plus sign, you'll see that this pops up. Very simple, isn't it? So you can put your project title and a short description with a link. Or you can click on this plus 12, and you'll see that there are many, 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 many ways to add to your project description. All right. Or to ask a question. Also, you can add a link. So you'll notice a lot of Wakelet collections are on this wall. Yes, you can put a Wakelet in a Padlet, and you can put a Padlet in a Padlet. So if you have a Padlet project already built out, all you have to do is simply share that to our wall, and then others can join. If you have a Wakelet collection already lined up, go ahead and add that link to the wall, and it will beautifully populate. Just make sure, no matter where you're connecting from, no matter what you're adding to the wall, that you have a place where people can join. Because that's what we want to do. We want to join, we want to collaborate, we want to connect with the purpose of Classrooms Connected. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions at any time, add them to the wall. All right, we'll get notified that additions have been made, and you can follow this space if you want. Make sure to bookmark it. Make sure to turn on notifications if you're looking for notifications of the action. So thank you for helping to spread globally connected classrooms, and I'll see you in the collaborations. Okay, so get my video to stop here. That was, and it looks like, one moment, please. So, have you ever had technical difficulties? That's okay, because I can get right back into this. I apologize for that. All right. It seems like when I tried to remove myself, it kind of removed myself and my screen. So here we are again. Oops. And there we are. We're back. So thank you for that quick glitch. Of course, there's going to be a glitch, right? Let's move on. So I showed you the reasons why we should connect. We mentioned that we want to connect over problems that matter, right? We want our students to learn about the world and the problems in it, to explore the world globally and then act locally with some partners, perhaps, in some projects, and then to make it count. Make those connections, connect to what they're learning. We as educators, our main goal is to educate. We really don't have time to waste. And so you're not going to be supported if you're doing something that's outside of the curriculum, right? Or if you're wanting teachers to connect, you're a coach and you want teachers to connect, well, you have to make it matter, right? Connect to the curriculum. The ultimate goal is increasing student engagement so we can educate them to communicate and collaborate in order to solve our world's problems. If we don't do that, then we're kind of doing them a disservice no matter how fun it is, all right? So that's our mission, and our mission always needs to stay the most important mission. So also part of the board is questions by the community for the community. So as I mentioned in the quick walkthrough of the board, you're going to get in a few minutes, we want to let you know that you're not alone, all right? You can reach out anytime to the board and connect to any educators there. Anybody that is adding a project is going to put their connection links. And so you'll be able to connect as well as instructions on how to connect. So I'm going to stop really talking about it because I want to show you. All right. And I have a challenge for you. You'll see that there's already some requests for connections on the board, such as this one. This teacher would like to just to do an email exchange to practice language. All right. And they say, hey, reach out to me. So they have an idea. It's not a full-blown project, but they just have an idea. So that's a simple way to connect. Another fourth grade classroom, Spanish immersion program in Utah is looking to connect. And these are just a couple of the collaboration requests we have. All right. And don't forget, if you're a Texas teacher, I really need STAR success. All right. So if you're in Texas, reach out to me because I want to build this throughout Texas, and we only have 16 learning days. So I have a challenge for you, my friends. I thank you for your time today. And I really thank NCCE for allowing us this stage, this platform to bring our collaboration to you, because now your learning starts. Your mission today is to find the best adventure ever. If you have the code and you're following along on your mobile device, you will see this thing that says join here. And if you click on join here, you will be able to jump into that wall. Once you jump into that wall, my friends, it is yours. Okay. Our collaborations now become your collaborations. So if you're in to click on the right screen, if you're in the slideshow, you can simply click on enter here. And that is hyperlinked, and that is going to take you directly to the wall. This is your challenge. Before you go discover, let me give you your challenge. Your challenge is to find something awesome. we would like you to join something today, but even if you don't, find something awesome. And in that column where it says, I'm going on an adventure, you'll see this post in the column. We want you to post a maybe video response because it's easy to collaborate with video in Padlet. And that's really what we want you to see. That's why the only reason we're asking you to create a video is so that you can see how easy it is for your students to create videos to collaborate with each other. All right. And I'm going to copy this link to the board. So you might not be able to have Control C, Control V. Right now you have the link to the slideshow. I just gave you the link to the board. So when you go to the board, you will see what I see right now. So right now you just see me. If you clicked on that page, you are going to be brought to this wall. And this is, it's rather zoomed in because of the slideshow, but if I zoom out a bit, you will see the plethora of projects we have curated. And like I said in the video, we are just here to facilitate this wall because we believe that in having a place for you to find a collaboration, to find a thought partner, to find something, to find somebody to connect with, that you too, my friend, will become a globally connected educator. And honestly, your world is going to change. So if you have never connected somebody and to another educator and another classroom outside your little bubble, let me tell you, your journey starts here. Is not just what we say, but it is for real. We invite you to bookmark this page. We invite you to share this page. We invite you to do whatever you want with this page because this page is now our page. You are now part of us. You are part of this global network of connected educators who really have one goal in mind, and that is to connect hearts and minds across the miles, right? And earlier I mentioned the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them, and our focus is number 4. And number 4 is quality education. And it is our belief that through connecting educators and connecting our classrooms, that we will truly reach the goal of a quality education for all, no matter where they are, right? And not just a quality education to get a good test score, which I'm hoping for, right? But really that our students are being educated in a way that they're going to become global citizens that care about the problems of our world, care about each other, and care about humankind. That's really all we want. So right now, I hope that you are connecting to this page, save it, bookmark it, and go exploring. You'll notice right here, this little GIF, whatever you want to call it, this moving picture. If you scroll down, this is where we would like you to put your challenge. The next time we go to an event, we know we're going to ISTE, but I'm pretty sure we're going to share this before ISTE a few times because that's not till the summer. So anywhere we go on the road to share this, your thoughts, your words, your voice is now part of this global community. So I thank you for your time. I apologize for the little glitch in my system. I was trying to be clever. Never works. So I thank you for your time. I hope that you are exploring the board. And if you're not, look up Classrooms Connected and you'll find the link. We'll post this link with the YouTube and the Facebook videos. So I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So utterly amazing. And I know a lot of us older educators or veteran, that's a better word, isn't it? Remember when we used to have the Skype in the classroom, when it was easy to reach out and find people within that. And you have just put together this amazing Padlet. I absolutely love it. Now, what's interesting is you and I were talking about earlier how you were using Padlet to present, and everyone's asking, so how do you use Padlet to present? How did you put that together?
So if you see, my friends, my little Minecraft avatar pointer, if I come over here and click on this panel over here, there's like a play button. It looks like a YouTube play button, perhaps, I guess we could call it that. If I click on that, then I'm simply going to be brought to whatever is first in my first column on my Padlet wall. It will become the first column on my slideshow. So it becomes now a presentation. So I'm presenting and I'm switching because now it popped into a new window. So I'm going to share screen. I'm going to share screen. Now it's called Slideshow Classrooms Connected. And this is exactly what popped up when I pushed that play button.
What? Oh my gosh.
Everything there to include that QR code is generated by Padlet. So that is a live QR code to this current slideshow. What's really cool is I didn't do anything. Like you can tweak your board a little depending on how you want it to present, we found. What's cool is if anybody updates that board right now, it's going to automatically update on this slideshow. So in my presentation with you, I only had 20 minutes. So I had to be 30 minutes, but be selective with what I shared. If I continue to go through this slideshow, it's going to share the whole board here with you. And depending on what is embedded, the slides are going to be different. This is a Wakelet embedded into that. Some things might scroll here. If it is a video that is embedded into one of my posts on the wall, like you saw in my walkthrough that I want you to use if you present our session, please steal it. So I don't know where it was, but that video played live right there, right?
Wow.
Right here. So this is a YouTube video and I can push play right here. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Classrooms Connected. I can make it large or I don't have to. Right. So that is a really cool discovery I made when I said, what does that button do?
Wow. And that right there is one of those things that should go in your columns under tips and tricks. I just love that. I had no clue. We see so many people presenting with Canva, which we all love, but I had no idea Padlet could do that. That's quite something. Everything.
You got to push those buttons. Yeah. And there's a lot of other buttons here. There's even a button to have your students collaborate in breakout rooms, depending on what column you put them in.
What?
I don't know. Discover.
Wow. Padlet has expanded since the last time I played with it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's impressive. Well, you've got the link, everybody. And I heard you say, Ms. Stormy, that we could share it out with anybody.
Absolutely. That is our goal. Like, this is an idea we want you to steal. Actually, we want you to steal all our ideas, right? That's why you share to spread.
No, that's perfect. So, and we will be sharing that with others because this is a perfect platform to break down those classroom walls and expose your classroom to the entire world to let them know we can learn together, and that makes the world a better place.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you so much, Stormy, for your time. Thank you, Mohammed, for staying up early or getting up early, whichever you did. And we are super excited. Now, remember, we record these, and there are 4 years worth of recordings on our YouTube channel. So you can go to ncce.link/live to see all the recordings. And next month, we're actually going to be coming to you 1 week early on April the 3rd, because we've got Min Sun, who is a professor and co-founder of Colleague AI at the University of Washington. She's pretty amazing. And so we're excited to get a professor to do a little higher education this time. Although it looks like your website there or your Padlet, Stormy, could go K to college. Yeah,
absolutely. So we collaborate. Whatever the classroom need is, or whatever they're learning, or whatever, we can present our global goals to kinder, pre-K. I've done projects with global. I'm personally doing a project with Mr. Muhammad with his middle school English learners in Bahrain and my 3rd grade readers in Texas, and they're able to record themselves reading and talk about what works for them for reading. So it's really a little social community they have, and they support each other. So any idea is possible. There are no.
You're hitting so many things. I mean, yes, core curriculum, but you're hitting global collaboration, communication, reaching out across borders. It's just what a wonderful example you are. We're so thrilled that you were able to share your time with us today, Stormy. Thank you again. And everyone, thank you for joining us on Live from NCCE. We will see you April the 3rd, but thank you again for your time and have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.